couple of years ago, Mweni, not her real name, a second-year student at KU, Kenyatta University, was conned by a man with a coastal accent claiming to be a business mogul dealing in the export of cars, laptops, and motorbikes.
Assalamu alaikum. Habari asubuhi. Sasa mimi naitwa Abdul Sharif.
So Mweni remembers the man's voice was mature. Actually, not the kind she would associate with a con man. Very mature voice. So it all began with an SMS message which appeared to have been mistakenly sent to her phone. According to Mweni, the SMS appeared official and full of passwords and serial numbers. Being the good girl she is, Mweni gets worried that someone might lose his or her money. So she forwarded the message back to the sender and said it had been sent to her mistakenly or erroneously. Just after Mweni sends back the message, the sender calls her and beseeches her not to share the text with anyone since it contains some sensitive information on his multi-million business.
Hello, good morning. I'm the CEO of a company running a multi-million business and that text is very sensitive. Please promise me kwamba utashare na mtu because it's very sensitive.
Being the good girl she is, Mweni assures the man, Mr. Sharif, that she will not disclose the text to anyone. However, Mr. Sharif tells her that he will only believe her once his shipment arrives safely in the evening. A few hours later in the evening, the man who calls himself Sharif calls Mweni and tells her that the shipment had arrived safely.
My goods arrived safely, everything's okay.
He thanked her and asked God to bless her for her kind-heartedness. At this point, the story had just begun. Within the next few days, the guy, Sharif, begins to call her regularly. In just 3 days, the guy had built an intimate relationship with Mweni, yet she had never met him. He wanted to know how she had woken up, if she had taken breakfast, how her day was going, and he wished her good night every single night. Then, at some point, he asked her if she had an account number. Coincidentally, she had just opened one. Mweni goes ahead and shares the details of the account with him. He tells her that he will send her some petty cash into her account in dollars that will be equivalent to 150 G's, Kenya shillings. What for? To thank her for her kindness. Mweni was elated. She was overjoyed, man. Before long, someone who said was from Dubai Bank called. The man asked her if she knew a guy by the name Abdul Sharif. In a moment, Mweni thought perhaps, maybe Mr. Sharif had lied to this Mr. John that she is his girlfriend. So she answers in the affirmative. She says, yes.
Yes, he is my boyfriend and I'm his girlfriend.
The banker, Mr. John, tells her that Sharif had sent her some money in dollars. He, however, had forgotten to add some extra funds to convert or to exchange the dollars into Kenya shillings, and he needed 8,000 shillings to do that. So Mweni calls his guy, Mr. Sharif, almost immediately and tells him what had transpired. The guy, Mr. Sharif, was very annoyed with the bank for what they're doing, for how they're treating his girl. You're so annoyed, man.
But this issue of 8,000 shillings on top, I don't know that. No, they are just being cruel to you.
After a few minutes, her guy, Sharif, the same guy, calls back, asking her if she could get some money to send to the bank. Mweni rushes to her mom and narrates the whole story to her. Her mom, being her mom, loans her 8,000 shillings to go and sort out the mess. But then, doubts began to creep in, slowly by slowly. Was this really genuine? Mweni decides to go and confirm with her bank. At the bank, Mweni tells a receptionist the whole story. who is also very skeptical since they had heard many such stories. But in Mweni's case, she wasn't very sure if it was a con or not. Mweni takes a while at her bank, contemplating on what to do. Suddenly, the Dubai bank employee, Mr. John, calls again, but this time he takes on a harsh tone.
Hello? Yes, Mweni. It's been over 2 hours now. I told you to send me 8K. It's been over 2 hours now. Sikiza Mweni, I don't have the time to handle all this.
So this makes Mweni think that this thing definitely is not a scam. If it was a scam, then the guy would not have spoken in that harsh tone. This is not a scam. After some time, the banker calls again, but this time he is polite. He sounds polite again. This time round, he asks Mweni how much money she had with her. And Mweni says she only has 2,000 Kenya shillings.
Yes, hello. Yes, Mweni. Yeah, it's okay, and I'm really sorry for my harsh tone. All right.
So Mweni sends the 2,000 shillings and asks the cash from Mr. Sharif to be released. However, the banker says he could not get out of the banking hall with money as it was against the rules. So once again, Mweni was told to just send the remaining 6,000 shillings so the entire transaction could go smoothly. As she already had the money with her and was getting tired with the back and forth, back and forth, she decides to do it. Mweni sends the balance. Once the cash was sent, Mweni decides to call the number the man was sent to, just to ensure it wasn't a scam. Before she could hit the redial, she got a call from the same number.
We will actually need more money. Some more money kidogo tu for foreign exchange fees, eh?
Wadao, at this point, Mweni refuses. She refused to fall for this line and script as it begins to dawn on her that something was fishy. There is something going on here and it's fishy. The banker gets harsh again, and that's when Mweni decides to hang up the call and call his guy, Mr. Sharif.
The number you have dialed is...
The response was chilling. The number she was calling was out of service. My guys, watu wangu, I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it. And that is how our beloved Mweni alikaribishwa town. Kanairo, shamba la wanyama, shamba la mawe, concrete jungle. Someone she had never met had won her trust via mobile phone. To Mweni, she believes that people from the coast are honest people, and according to her, that guy could not be a con, could not be a scammer. And I'm your guy emails, as I always say, keep safe and hustle hard. Peace.